So I would like you to have a go with this one here. On the grid, draw the graph of y equals 2x minus 3. You haven't been given a table of values, okay? So make sure for this question you do construct your own table of values first before you generate any coordinates to plot on the graph and plot them and then draw a line for that. So press pause, and I would take about 3 to 5 minutes on this question. Press pause and have a go. So here is my table of values. How I decided to generate this is I looked at my x-axis and I had a look here and I thought, okay, on my x-axis I've got a -1, a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4. So that's how I generated my x values. You don't have to do as many of this. You could have just done 3 or 4 values. You don't have to do this many. Okay, so I'm now going to generate my x values based on my chosen. I'm going to generate my y values chosen on based on my chosen x values. Okay, so I'm going to substitute these in. I always like to start off from 0 or from the positive one, so I'm going to start from 0 first. So 0 times 2 is 0, minus 3 is minus 3. 1 times 2 is 2, minus 3. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2, minus 3 is minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Take away 3 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Take away 3 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Take away 3 is 5. Okay, maybe you can see a bit of a pattern here that they're going up in 2s, which means this one here would be -5. But if you can't see that pattern, then do substitute that in. So you do 2 times -1, which is -2. Take away the 3, which is -5. Okay, step 2 is to plot these on the grid. Okay, so I've got -1, -5, so -1, -5 will be there. 0, 3, so 0, 3. 1, -1, so 1, -1. 2, 1, so 2 and 1. And 3, 3. And 4, 5. Okay, so finally, because it says draw the graph, having your coordinates is not enough. You need to draw your line as well. So I will do that now. So that's my line there plotted, and remember it fills the whole grid. Okay, so please mark your question or copy that down. So your final question for today, okay, so on the grid, draw the graph of y equals 4x minus 3 for the values of x from -2 to 3. So for this one, when you do draw your table, it's telling you specifically it wants your x values to be from -2 to 3. So your table of values will have x as -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that will be your x values for your table to help you generate your y values. So press pause and spend around 4 to 5 minutes on this question, please. So here is my table of values here. Okay, so I'm going to substitute them into my equation to get my values of y. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 0 and do my positive ones. So 0 times 4 is 0, take away 3 is -3. 1 times 4 is 4, take away 3 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8, take away 3 is 5. And 3 times 4 is 12, take away 3 is 9. Okay, so maybe you can see that there is a difference of 4 as you go up, which means going down you would be taking away 4. So we would have -7 here, and then take away 4 again, we would have -11. Okay, so now we're going to plot those. That's our step 2, is to plot our coordinates on the graph. Okay, so we've got 0, -3, so 0 and -3 is just here. Then I've got 1, 1, so I'm going to go here, 1, 1. I've got 2, 5, so 2 is here, and up to 5, which is here. Yep. and 3, 9. So 3 is here and 9 is there. And I've got -1, -7, -1, and -7 is here. And -2 and 11 is here. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a line that's going to fill my grid. So that is my line drawn through all my coordinates and extending the grid. Okay, so please mark your question or copy that down. That's your last question for today. I hope it all went well. If you're not sure about anything, please do email myself or Mr. Knight. Apologies that there are 3 videos for you to watch. It was just difficult to get it all in one video. Okay, so take care, Year 8, and look forward to seeing some images of your work.